Upon further review, I completely forgot to get something here. If you get the bed key machine and come all the way to this locker on the far left here, you also find a Holmes hat, which is very helpful when you're trying to go through the snow caves to after you get off a Tessie. My bad. Because, yeah, your defense goes from 2 to 12. You definitely want this. Anyway, see you guys back where I was before. Okay, and now I'm back to where I was before. To get around this goat, just blast it with the bottle rocket. Now that you have the hard hat, which I completely forgot to get, you take much, much less damage, and that makes things a hell of a lot easier. There, and now you're level 3, offense by 1. Yeah, most of the time, Jeff's only gonna get a stat boost of 1 every time. Now, if I had the pencil eraser, that would make this section a lot faster, because I can just skip through this brick road. This dungeon has no entrance fee. Come on in. And welcome to Jeff's first dungeon, Brick Road. Welcome to my modest dungeon, Brick Road. And Brick Road is a pretty simple dungeon, really. Be careful, though. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that still happens. Because the Rowdy Mouse has high smash hits, you're kind of in trouble with that. Thankfully, though, the game is merciful enough to not bring back the gruff goat. Thank God, because that would be annoying as hell. So let's try that again, shall we? Jeff's attack is kinda low, so even with defense, yeah, that happens a lot. There we go, level 4, offensive by 2, defense by 1. There we go. Okay, that's much better. Thank you. Oh, boy. And you get a bread roll. Really, most of these items, well, actually no, all of these items except for one are pretty useful. Mad Ducks here are the easiest enemies to deal with. Oh no, he's not able to use psychic power now. What will I do? He made something spin around which makes me lose psychic power, which Jeff does not have anyway. Mad Ducks are useless. Jeff's now level 5. Vitality up by 1. Sweet. Maximum HP up by 8. Wonderful. That's more like it. And get the insecticide spray. Why not? The most annoying enemies in this maze is this thing right here. The worthless protoplasm. If you don't have the hard hat, it does tons of damage. Even with the hard hat equipped, you still take a lot of damage. In fact, I'm healing now because I took too many hits there. And it can call for backup, of course. Wonderful. I hate these guys. They hit way too much. And enemies that can call for backup really suck. Hey, cookies, why not? Sorry, my friend is back, so I'm kind of talking to people online at the same time. I know I shouldn't do that. I know, but I'm good at multitasking when it comes to doing Let's Plays, so I'm fine. There we go. Broken iron is what you want. Actually, there's two main items you want. That broken iron is one. And the other one is the stun gun, which you don't get until the very end of this dungeon here. First off, though, before you go anywhere, read this sign. Watch for falling materials. And for reading this sign, we get yet another photo opportunity. I don't know why. We just do. Fuzzy Pickles! And I mean, it's weird. The only person in the game that does a pose for the pictures is Ness. Nobody else does a pose. I guess they're just too confused by what's exactly going on. Ah, Mad Duck. I can deal with Mad Ducks. Especially when they just fall over. And miss. Ooh, Bubble Monkey got a smash attack and did 4 damage! Good old Bubble Monkey. You suck. And 41 experience. Yeah, these are the enemies you're gonna want to grind on for Jeff early on. Again, you want HP and IQ to go up, if anything, if you're lucky. Unlike me. And there's a croissant. Huzzah! Maybe I'll get lucky. Oh no, worthless protoplasms. I hate these things. I hate enemies that can cover backup. Oh, seize up the situation. That's fine. You can do that. There we go. Yeah, the reason why I dislike the worthless protoplasm so much is because of all the enemies that you're fighting in this dungeon. I use that term very loosely. Most of them are based on RNG. Now, unfortunately, the main item I really want, which is right there, is being guarded by a rowdy mouse. So I'm not going to risk it. First, I'm going to save before I do anything. There we go. Now I don't have to worry anymore if I fail to get this present. If I fail to get this present, I'm just going to keep resetting until I get it. Because really, it's just RNG if I can beat this frickin' rowdy mouse without getting killed. Because of that. There we go. Now I'm good. Okay, it's done. Phew! Trust me, I have done this game so many times, and each time I always hate doing this part of the game. Because the enemies here, it's all luck. It's all luck based. If you didn't get that hard hat from the locker, which I sometimes forgot every once in a while because I did forget that it was there, it makes things so much harder. Then you get a stun gun, which... so much better than your pop gun. Now the only thing that should be a problem for you are the gruff goats. Now you should be able to one-shot everything but the gruff goats. So I'm gonna save again. Because why not? There we go. And coming out here we have this old man that was never here before, but he's here now. Yeah, the dungeon was a little too easy. Huh. That's an interesting career choice. Huh. And there you go. You can get a free rest, which is extremely helpful, especially if you haven't gone through and gotten the defense upgrades that you could have gotten back at Maxwell's lab. Now we have one extra place to go, which is a little bit annoying. Actually, it's very annoying. It's definitely the hardest part of this entire section, because you have to well, most of the enemies here are fine, and now that I'm strong enough to take these guys out in one shot, maybe it's not going to be as bad as I thought. This is actually one of the sanctuary dungeons, but since we don't have Ness in our party, we can't exactly get the sanctuary boss. Not that we'd want to fight a sanctuary boss by ourselves. There we go. It's basically going through Giant Step again. Except this time we have a second party member in the form of Bubble Monkey. IQ up by 1, huzzah! As long as IQ goes up, as long as at least IQ goes up for Jeff, it's good. Now we got the Struttin' Evil Mushroom. It is different from the Ramblin' Evil Mushroom, and it's still the most dangerous thing that you can deal with, because if he makes you feel strange, then you're in for a bit of trouble. Other than that, you just have basically the same. It's basically, like I said, it's essentially Giant Step with, you know, Ramblin' Evil, with Struttin' with mushrooms now. And now that Jeff can take hits, it's probably a good idea to grind a little bit in here. I wouldn't take too long to grind, because it's a little bit unsafe, being that you're by yourself and you don't have psi power to heal yourself. And do not try to fight multiple enemies at once. That is just suicide. Like, beyond suicide. Okay, so we got two different directions we can go here, and you do want to go up because there is a present you can get up top. I keep saying treasure chest. I should call them presents because that's what they are. There we go. If there's only one mushroom, I can handle that. Don't take them lightly, though. Even with the fence, they do, like, as you notice there, they do hit quite hard. Ooh, offense up by 3. Ooh, vitality went up. That means I get more HP. Hooray! Attack, IQ, and HP. That's all you really want for Jeff. I'll eat this boiled egg. Why not? Fully heal myself. There we go. And the bubble monkey finished him off. Oh, that is great. And there's a cookie. Huzzah. Okay. Yeah, see, getting that armor makes everything so much easier. And there's a shining spot. And cheap bracelet. That is what you came for. Boom. Now you have no worries whatsoever. Even the strutting evil mushrooms won't do anything to you. Although I'm still trying my best not to fight too many guys at once. Because... holy shit. And I am... okay, and I think I screwed myself over here. Not quite. Maybe if I can get high enough. There we go. Why not? I'll deal with these guys. If you're lucky, the enemies will also... Ow! I was trying to say, if you're lucky, the enemies will occasionally attack the bubble monkey instead of Jeff, but of course I get smashed, and of course after all that... Oy. I'm trying not to deal with these guys because they're annoying. There we go. Sorry for... okay. Basically, if you're lucky... If you're lucky like me, they'll be absent-minded and you won't have to worry about it at all. But what I was trying to say is, the bubble monkey is still technically on your team. So there is a chance that the enemies will target Bubble Monkey instead of Jeff. It's rare, but it is possible. There we go. Yeah, let's free up some inventory space by getting rid of these cookies, and it fully heals me as well, so there we go. Wonderful. There we go. The hardest part of this is done, and we get a bottle rocket. Save that. As tempting as that might be to use on something like a Rowdy Mouse or something like that, save that bottle rocket. To get up here, we need to give the Bubble Monkey a stick of gum. And this is one instance of the programmers being interesting with that. The Bubble Monkey will lower the rope so that you can climb yourself up. And another strutting evil mushroom. There we go. And Jeff's now level 10. 1 IQ, 1 HP. Ugh. I mean, 1 IQ is still good, but I want more stuff. Anyway, even if I could, here, we can talk to the shining spot, and only Eric can absorb the power of this place. Huzzah. So even if we were suicidal, the game's not stupid enough to... the game is smart enough to make sure that doesn't happen to us. Whoa. And the monkey's hormones are controlling his brain. Hey, even animals have urges. I can't blame the poor thing. Okay, this is Stonehenge, and be really careful. You want to avoid those cave boys. They are far stronger than anything you've fought up to this point. Just walk around them and come into this lab. And the first thing you're going to want to do, go to this instant revitalizing device. It'll instantly revitalize you just like a good night's sleep. So let's talk to this old man. Yes, he did. Yes, I am. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love a donut. Oh, come on. Give me a donut. No. Yeah, he says the same thing no matter what you choose. You're taking this awfully light. You're taking this awfully calmly, Dad. I mean... Oh, a phase distorter, huh? Remember that for much, much later. $10? Why? Why not now? But before we do anything like that, come up here because there's a present we can get over here. And it has a broken pipe, which Jeff can fix later. And then walk over here. There we go. I think you have to talk to Dr. Andonuts first. And there's a little bit of a special thing that can happen if you decide not to if you don't press anything in a little bit for a little bit. There. You do have to press the A button, but I like that little extra bit of dialogue here. I also like how on the chalkboard it says E equals MC squared because Dr. Andonuts is supposed to be smarter than Einstein and Heinsberg, so he's got Einstein equations on his chalkboard. Hopefully I don't get copyright strikes for using this music. I do love the music for the Skyrunner, though. I love the entire OST for this game, so I'm going to be a broken record if I keep saying that. And we get to we get to see a preview of a town we're not going to come to for a long, long time. Actually, we're going to get a couple of towns. We're actually going to see a couple of places we're not going to be for a long time, such as this desert. But that can wait. Oh, it can wait. But the next place... Here we go, we are at Threed. Now, I should mention, we can go into Stonehenge, but we won't be able to get anywhere if we go in there right now. For now, let's just see if we can find Ness and Paula. Everyone seems awfully calm about there being a UFO flying around the town. Okay, we found it. Now just gently land, and then we can... Damn it, Jeff! Of course we can. And now Jeff has officially joined our group. Fantastic! More inventory space! Okay, but the first thing we're going to want to do... Get rid of the protractor. We don't need that. Get rid of the ruler. We don't need that. And... give Jeff the broken machine. Huzzah! The door is locked. However, now that we have Jeff on our team, we have ourselves the bad key machine, so use that. And we're free! Hooray! We can finally get the frick out of here! Thank freaking God! And a teddy bear! Huzzah! Finally! I could have used you in Winters. Yeah. So, there we go! Now that we've got ourselves a full team, well, kind of a full team. If you remember the intro, there's still one more character we have yet to see. We're not going to be seeing them for a long, long time. But with that, this has been kind of... Oh, we actually get to see some new enemies before I finish up this part, so huzzah! We have the Trick or Trick Kid and Handsome Tom from Screw Attack. Nah, it's just Handsome Tom. It's just a Handsome Tom. Poor teddy bear. I mean, you're doing your job, being a meat shield for me and all, but I feel bad. Handsome Tom can use Brain Shock. I'm pretty sure Brain Shock is, like, glitched or something, because every time I play this game, Brain Shock never, ever affects me. Like, ever. I mean, seriously, I can't think of a single time where Brain Shock's actually worked. Ooh, a bomb! And Paula's level 9. God, these bad level ups are really getting annoying. Maybe my luck is not always the best, I know, but good lord. I want at least some good level ups. Let's call my mom. I haven't called her in forever. I'm worried I might be getting homesick. Trying to get King a flea bath. Bye! Okay. $569! Hooray! And Jeff has 7 experience left to go. Alright, well, there we go. I'm going to be calling it a part here. So, in the next episode, we're going to... actually, well, before I end off, I want to fully heal myself, because, man... Actually, I don't need to fully heal myself. Anyway, in the next episode, we're going to figure out what it is we have to do about the zombies here in Threed. But for now, we're going to shut the power off and be done for the day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the LP. I'm sorry if a couple of these parts have been kind of but now that that section is done, the rest of the game is going to be... This point is what I consider to be the hardest section of the game, and we just finished it. Just being with Jeff by himself. So from this point onward, it should be smooth sailing for the rest of the LP. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.